Okay, here's a wild thought for you. What if the solution to some of Earth's biggest problems, pollution, resource scarcity, isn't actually on Earth at all? What if it's sitting up there on the moon just waiting for us? It sounds like sci-fi, I know, but there's a real concept behind it that could completely change our future. And it all starts with what some are calling the free ride from the moon.
Right. So we've all seen those rocket launches, right? The massive columns of fire and smoke, just an incredible display of power. And that power costs a staggering amount of money. Even with all the amazing progress from companies like SpaceX, just punching through Earth's atmosphere and breaking free from its gravity is and always will be a huge, expensive challenge.
But then you see a quote like this, and it just stops you in your tracks. Wait, what? Getting up there costs a fortune, but sending something back is free? Literally zero cost? How on earth is that possible? Well, that's the puzzle we're going to unpack. This one sentence changes the entire equation.
To really get our heads around this free ride, first, we've got to talk about the one thing that keeps us all on the ground, that cosmic toll booth we pay every time we launch a rocket, gravity.
Okay, think of it this way. Earth's gravity is like being at the bottom of a really, really deep well with steep, slippery sides. To climb out, you need a massive, powerful rocket. It's a huge struggle. But the moon's gravity, that's not a well. It's more like a small pothole. You could practically hop out of it. And that one simple, massive difference in gravity, well, that's the secret to everything.
So if it's super easy to leave the moon, what does that actually mean for us back here? It means that anything coming from the moon to Earth gets a free ride home. And that, my friends, opens up a universe of possibilities. This chart just lays it out so clearly. Let's say you have a satellite in orbit that needs refueling. To send up a tanker from Earth, you've got to fight your way out of that deep gravity well. It's incredibly expensive. But to send that same fuel from the moon, you just give it a tiny nudge out of that little gravity pothole, and Earth's own gravity will pull it the rest of the way. It's the difference between pushing a boulder up a mountain versus just letting it roll down the other side.
And we are not talking about a small discount here. This isn't like saving 10 or 20%. The source material suggests it could be 10 times more affordable to do this from the moon. 10 times! That's not just an improvement, that's a complete game changer. It fundamentally rewrites the economics of doing anything in space.
So, with this new economic reality, the vision gets way bigger than just refueling some satellites. The real idea here is to turn the moon itself into a giant industrial park for planet Earth.
Here's the plan in a nutshell. Step 1, you mine the moon for all the valuable stuff, rare metals for our electronics, iron, aluminum, you name it. Step 2, you process it all right there, on the moon in new lunar factories. And step 3, you just send the finished goods, the metal bars, the components, back to Earth, taking advantage of that amazing free ride home.
But why? Why go through all this trouble? I mean, it's an incredible engineering challenge. The ultimate goal here isn't just about getting cheaper stuff. It's about something much, much bigger. It's about potentially saving our own planet. I mean, just look at this list. Think about our most destructive industries, the massive open-pit mines, the smelters that pollute the air. Imagine moving all of that off-world. No more tearing down rainforests for minerals, no more pumping industrial carbon into our atmosphere. We could let Earth heal, let it become a planet dedicated to life, not industry. It's a pretty utopian vision, right?
And that's really the core of it. It's a grand bargain. We use the dead, barren rock of the moon as our workshop, our factory floor, so that we can preserve the living, breathing, beautiful rock that we call home.
But this brings us to the real gut check question, doesn't it? This lunar gold rush, it could create unimaginable wealth and a cleaner planet. But for who? Is this new frontier going to be a shared resource for all of humanity, something that lifts everyone up? Or is it just going to become the private property of a handful of billionaires and corporations, another chapter in the story of the 1% getting richer while the rest of us watch? The technology is one thing, but figuring out who gets to turn that key, that might be the biggest challenge of all.